Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, I don't know what time it is where you are, but it's 9 a.m. in California, and I'm on 5 sips of my first cup of coffee. It's early. So hope everyone's doing good. Right in the chat bar so I can see. Do I have glasses, Rob, somewhere around here? Put in the chat bar. Oh, thank you for the good mornings. You guys are sweet. I love you. Put in the chat bar where you're from. I want to hear some cities and states. I want to see who's in the room. Who's in the room? I love it when we hit up the chat bar. So, I mean, Rob's, I can't read anything, by the way, right now. It's flying by. Put my glasses on. Let's see. I think I saw Tampa. I could read that. Oh, Michigan, right on. Pittsburgh's in the house. Carmichael, California, Sacramento. These are my homeboys. Who's that? Hey, Michael. Hey, Elizabeth. We got Temecula's here, Maryland. Good morning, Denver, South Carolina. Jim Gerard, what is up, brother? Trenton, New Jersey. Hey, Joe Clark, what's going on, man? I see you guys. Erica Bateman from Chester, South Carolina. Welcome. LA's in the house. Is that Ari? Welcome, Ari, man. Turlock's here. What's up, Peter? Las Vegas with Anthony. Look at you guys. Daytona Beach. George, what's up, George? All right, guys. Well, welcome. So glad you're here. And you guys ready to buckle up? Now, before we get started, just so I can warm up my brain here, I was sound asleep like an hour ago. I ended up doing some fun things this weekend. We had Kyle Whistle come up to Sacramento, and I bribed him with the French Laundry in Napa, which is considered one of the top 12 restaurants in the world. And somehow we got in and we had a wonderful evening, but the dinner was 3 hours, 12 courses. I'm not a foodie, so it was cool. I did enjoy it, but it's different. If you've ever been to a restaurant like that, 3 Michelin stars, which I'm not a foodie. I like Carl's Jr. Bacon Western cheeseburgers, 3 Michelin stars for me. But we had a good time, and but I didn't get home because of that till after midnight. Then I surprised my daughter, my adopted daughter. I'm getting some feedback. Someone's mic's on. And there we go. And then, so we got up in the morning at 4 a.m. I do day trips with my kids every weekend. I take one of them, just spend the entire day with them. That's what I'm doing this summer. And so I go, I want to be crazy. So I just hopped on a plane, Southwest, flew an hour to Long Beach, took her to breakfast, then went into a private hangar, and we chartered a helicopter and went out to Catalina Island, just me and her with the Jurassic music playing as we approached, Da-na-na-na-na. It was awesome. Spent the day, rented golf carts, went all over Catalina Island, if you've ever been there. And then we were on the beach, we went out to lunch, we went shopping, and then we same thing, flew back to Long Beach and then up here. So I got up back at midnight last night. I'm wore out, man, from my weekend. I will not kid you. So, but it's good to be here. And I want to give everyone a few more seconds to get in the room. So we are going to start, I promise. But what an awesome experience. And she was so blown away. I've never done anything like that. So I'm just really wanting to try to blow her mind. I just looked at her, I said, I'm doing all this because I think you're special. I think you're worth it. I think you're amazing. I love you. I'm so grateful to be in your life. So we talked all about her future. She's going off to Kona, to YWAM, Youth with a Mission, for 6 months, half a year. And she leaves next month. And when she leaves, I'll be in Puerto Rico. So anyways, it was really cool. And that's kind of what this is about, agent attraction, doing something so you can, I did that all weekend, wine tasting with Kyle Whistle and his wife, the Del Dotto Winery, and we were in the caves and barrel tasting. And I have a glass of wine or two. I'm not like a big drinker either or a foodie, but it was a pretty cool weekend, I'll tell you that. And so maybe you're a fly fisherman or a hiker or a kite surfer, I don't know, but I had no clients to worry about this weekend. I had nothing. Now, when I realized all of you are having it. Someone write this down. Here's your issue. I don't know you, but here's your issue. You ready? Somebody type this. I'm going to actually delegate to, I'm going to pick it to Rod. Rob, I see in there. Rob Obi. What's up, Rob? Rod. Can't read, but Rod. Type this. The tyranny of the urgent. Now, I'd be nervous if I was you, Rod, because I don't know if I know how to spell the word tyranny. Well, I'll see how good of a typer Rod is. He's going, oh crud, he's asking Siri right now. Trust me. The tyranny of the urgent. Somebody else who knows how to spell the word tyranny, just type it in case Rob's panicking like I would be. But the tyranny of, there it is, Tierany. Oh, we got different ways to spell it. I love you guys. I got a C minus in spelling. Tyrannny. All right, good. Tyranny. There we go. Thank you, John, and everyone else. Rod, sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, man. I can't spell. That's why I asked you to do it. But the tyranny. And I didn't want to pick a woman because someone had said I was being sexist, so I picked a man. But here's the deal. The tyranny of the urgent. That is what's got you down. The tyranny of the urgent. You're so busy working with your buyers, working with your sellers. You got to pay your bills. And I get it. But if the agent attraction is like this new component, we've always, the MLS, the disclosures, the transaction, the buyers and getting them qualified, and the sellers and getting their home ready to sell and being in escrow. And we're doing all those, we're juggling balls, right? One man band. And hope that you've got an assistant, or you are one. Get an assistant, even if it's part-time, get an assistant. Someone write that down. Hire an assistant. Some young guy or gal from college, 3 hours a day, 3 days a week. You can afford it. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And give them tasks to do. You need to learn how to work with an assistant. But so what happens is that you're so in the mindset of juggling all these balls. You're a one-man band, one-woman band, juggling everything I just described about the buyer and seller process. And now we throw, I'm back here on the stage, and I'm winding up, and I'm gonna throw the ball forward to you. And I'm throwing the third ball of agent attraction. It's something new. It's an addition. Like, how can I do something different? And here's my answer to you. I don't know. That's for you to figure out. That's for you to want it bad enough. When I saw the model explained, and if you haven't seen it, there's Gene has his 3 napkins. I think Jay Kinder has something. I know people have different ways to explain it, but mine's called themodelexplained.com. If someone wants to write that in the text bar, chat bar, the model explained, past tense, themodelexplained.com. You're welcome to use it. I always say get back to the person who gave you this webinar, and then they can get back to you. You're welcome to use it. It doesn't promote me, it promotes you. And but I don't care if you use it, don't use it, but that's how I explain it. And for those of you that are new to eXp, I was able to sponsor 48 people my first year using that webinar, except Rob Flick did it. I used Rob Flick's webinar. And then when it was time to update, Rob was on vacation for half a year. And so I made it. And so the new one's called themodelexplained.com. And so basically, when I saw that, I go, ooh, this is smart, because I've been 20 years of that. 20 years of that. What do you mean that? I mean, showing property. I mean, writing offers. I mean, taking listings. I mean, staging homes and calling my landscaper and my painter and my contractor and whipping those homes into shape and doing 20 years of that. That's what I mean by that. And so I wanted this. How many of you want some of this, right? And so today I was able to retire from real estate 3 years ago after 17 months at eXp, my rev share, because I was focused on this, not that. Because if you focus on that, you get more of that. This is a really technical class this morning. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you keep getting what you've been getting. Doesn't that make sense? So in order for your life to be different, you don't should all over yourself. You must, no shoulds here. I should do that. No. You must do this, because I will find you in 5 years hawking real estate to buyers and helping sellers sell their homes. And so I became passionate. Somebody write down the word passion in the chat bar. I became passionate about agent attraction. That's where I let my Packus go. Write this one down. Where focus goes, energy flows. Where focus goes, energy flows. I put my focus on attraction. I did the absolute least I could to sell buyers and sellers. I cut my production in half. And I don't know who I'm talking to in the crowd, but if you sell 60 homes and you're trying to sell 100, I would challenge you to sell 30. I sold 30 and I'm proud of it. I created what's called margin. I created what's called time. And I really couldn't afford to do that, but I made a decision. I have to suck it up and bite the bullet and do this if I want to have a different result. And with that newfound time of not selling those extra 30 homes, I sponsored 48 people. Now, let me ask you a question. You could sell another 48 homes this year on top of what you're doing, or get to 48 homes if you're new, or you could sponsor 48 agents, which will have a huge impact in your life down the road. Think about it. Agents multiply and they tell their friends. There's 25 million worldwide. There's 208 industrialized nations. We're in 17. We're adding 5 more this year. 23, right? So we'll be in 23 countries, but within the next 8 or 9 years, we'll be in 100 countries. And if you'll sponsor people in Nashville, if you'll sponsor people in Boise, or in Cheyenne, Wyoming, or in Little Rock, Arkansas, or in Missouri, or in Houston, or Albuquerque, New Mexico, or Reno, Nevada. If you'll sponsor people in Stockton, California, or Salem, Oregon. Now, I just sponsor people in Roseville. What's Roseville? How many of you could tell me where Roseville is? It's in California, but there's probably someone typing. Some 4 users know where it is. There they are. Rockland area, Northern Cal. Yep, you guys know it's a suburb of Sacramento. It's nothing special. It's like every other town in America. And I pretty much Brent was in Keller Williams and new people. I sponsored 48 people. 45 of them were in Roseville. One was in Reno, one was in Tucson, one was in Dallas. I didn't sponsor people all across America. Sponsor people where you live and help them. Sponsor people where you live and love them. Sponsor people where you live and have their back. Sponsor people where you live and go to the mat for them. Put on events for them. Do movie nights on Friday nights at your office. I don't have an office. Then use your lender's office. Ask your lender to stay late. Order some pizza, some Cokes. Put on In Pursuit of Happiness or Iron Will, or put on some inspirational movie, The Cinderella Story, and watch an inspiring movie with your team of 7 people. I remember doing that. Now my team is 14,000 people. Not 7 or 14 people, it's 14,000. But I planted the vineyard, I plowed the field, I did a lot of things to make the business grow. And so again, where focus goes, energy flows. Passion, you only have so much. I took my passion away from real estate. I only did the easy lifting. I took the easy seller. So I had quit working with buyers a decade ago through leverage. But the cool thing is, my revenue share by my 3rd month was $10,000 a month. By my 5th month, it was $27,000 a month. How many of you could pay your house payment and your car payments with $27,000 a month revenue share? I got that in 5 months. I'm telling you, you're 5 months away if you want to really focus. Now, what do you have to do in 5 months to make that happen? You have to sponsor 25 people. That's what I did. What do you do? Write that down. Brent sponsored 25 people in 5 months. My new goal, Anne Marie, I'm watching you. Everyone saw Anne Marie has a new, I love it, Anne Marie, good for you. So Brent sponsored, someone type that, 25 people in 5 months. Write it down. Come on, somebody. There it is. Anthony's typing it, 4 users. All right, there it is, 25 and 5. Now here's a distinction. I need to give you a clear distinction. I sponsored 25 people who sold at least 10 homes a year. Some of you sponsor your cousin Fred. He hasn't sold a house in 15 years. And Aunt Matilda, she's getting her license, but she couldn't sell her way out of a wet paper bag. The importance about identifying your target market. Motel 6 has a target market. Anyone who's brave enough to sleep in one of their beds, that's their target market, right? I mean, Motel 6s are so sketchy, they'll leave the porch light on. Why? Because your ass is getting mugged if they don't. Sorry for swearing. You're going to get mugged. If they don't leave the porch light on, you'll never even make it to your room, baby. And so Motel 6 is there. Now, how about the Holiday Inn? How about, thank you for laughing. Somebody laughed. I love you guys. Eric. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Theodore. You laugh at my jokes. But it's really not a joke. It's the truth. I spent the night in Vacaville at a Motel 6 like 25 years ago, and people were screaming and yelling and pounding. I laid in bed with the covers up to my chin. I think I was 23 years old. I was scared to death they're going to kick the door down and drag me out of my room. It's like, oh, I love Motel 6. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe you just drink beer and you're fine. But I was scared to death. I mean, that's Motel 6. But then there's the Holiday Inn, and then there's the Marriott, and then there's maybe the Hilton and the Marriott, then the Hyatt, and then there's the Four Seasons and the Ritz-Carlton are probably the 2 premier main large companies. But the Four Seasons and the Ritz-Carlton and the Hyatt Regency knows who their customers are, and the Marriott upper middle for sure. The JW Marriott's upper middle, upper lower high. And they know who their market. So who are you going for? Are you like a spider with the web out there, and anybody who falls in there, you just grab them? Do you care about your culture? So I went to talk to agents who had good energy, who that's really important. Write that down. Good energy. Don't skip that part. You guys just like, okay, good energy, got it. No. They got to have good energy. If they're funky, weird, nasty, grumpy, bitchy, don't sponsor that person. They'll get in and give all the employees at eXp a hard time, right, Jordan? They're complainers, and they have friends. Birds of a feather flock together. So if you get someone with bad energy, they have friends with bad energy, because like attracts like. So sponsor people with good energy that are positive and loving and kind. Their trajectory's north. You'll meet some people who are successful in real estate. You're like, I effing hate people. Is that they don't use the word effing. And they'll passionately tell you how they hate their clients and they hate agents. Oh, I hate agents. And that's a really good person to bring into your culture. So think about it. Sponsor people with good energy who have at least sell at least 10 homes a year. Now, do I sponsor new people? Yes, I do sponsor them. I immediately place them on somebody's team. I have 3 teams I put them on. I don't train them. I would beg you not to train them. Now, if you have the time, fine, but you'll sponsor 4 or 5 new people, and you'll be so busy training them on the MLS and purchase agreements and addendums and counteroffers and listing agreements and a marketing plan for the listings and the database and blah, 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 that you won't do this. I did not do this. So I didn't ran from new agents. Now, if you're a new agent, you're fine. I'm not against you, but I knew that would be so time consuming. Now I'll sponsor new agents, and then I put them on a team. Sponsor new agent, put them on a team. But my business is up and big and built. And so this is something you will do for about a 5-month period. I believe today, 4.5 years later, I'm still riding the momentum from the wave I caught 4.5 years ago, from that 100-day sprint where I sponsored 25 agents who had good energy, who sold at least standards, at least 10 homes a year or more. Some sold 20, some sold 30, a few sold 40, less sold 50, a handful sold 60 to 70. I had one who sold 600. And I had a real estate coach who had guess what real estate coaches have? A lot of clients. Who are their clients? Real estate agents. Real estate coaches are great. If you have a friend from college or a relative who's a real estate coach, work on them. I've been working on a friend for years and years and years. Been his friend, said, hey, staying in. I think I finally got him. He's coming to Dallas, our Build conference next month, and he has 200 agents in his organization. It's taken me 4 years. So be patient, be kind, don't throw up eXp. I threw up his family. I threw up his goals, his dreams. I threw up all the things he was doing. And of course, that's not throwing up, but the point is I made it all about him, not about me, not about how's eXp going. Scott's going great. It's incredible. So how's that truck going you're working on? How's your family? How's your wife? What's up with your kids? What are they up to? And then don't take the bait. And then finally, so there's a time to launch on eXp. There's another time just to be a friend. Just because they ask you about it doesn't mean you just necessarily launch. You got to have some, I like that. Energy is key. Thank you, Theodore. And timing, right? Like you can have a lot of energy if you're dating, but it's like, whoa, slow down, sailor. Let's just have coffee. Let's just go to lunch. Slow down. I have 4 daughters. They tell me about the boys they meet. Oh my God, I never did any of that stuff. They're crazy. But control where your passion goes. If you're like, well, I'm going to get 100 listings this year, you have your ladder against the wrong mountain. You're climbing the wrong mountain. I could tell you, I'd much rather have the guy or the gal in this audience that sponsors 20 people in the next 5 months. I don't know if I could do 25. Sponsor 20, sponsor 15. Listen to me. In the next 5 months, you could list 15 homes or you could list 15 agents. I propose it's easier to fund the agents. Yeah, but it's hard. I talked to them. It's hard to get listings until you break through the listings. It took me like 10 years to figure out listings. Everything's hard. Everything worthwhile is hard. When I finally got through, I had 18 to 28 listings at all time. People called me, list their home all the time. I didn't have to work with buyers. I had my weekends back, but it took me a little while to work at this, and it's worth the effort you're going to put into this. But write this down again. The tyranny, and now we know how to spell it, Tyranny. The tyranny of the urgent keeps you broke. You're so busy showing property. You're so busy going to flip. I'm telling you to define your schedule. Like I'm not doing real estate till 11 a.m. every day. I'll do a real estate from 11 a.m. till 6 or 7 at night. But from every morning till 11, I'm going to work on the long-term vision. And so because I did that, I did those 25 in those first 5 months. At the end of my first year, I'd sponsored 48. I was the first person ever in the history of eXp to break 40 because I changed my focus. I changed my passion. And then they followed my example. Everyone write this down, write this down. Your actions speak so loud, I can hardly hear what you're saying. And so, you could say one thing, but do another, right? I'm going to quit drinking, but you keep drinking. I'm going to quit smoking, but you keep smoking. I'm going to door knock Saturday morning, every Saturday morning, 100 homes. Did you do it the last 4 Saturdays? Did you door knock 400 homes? I guarantee you probably have business. I'm going to call the expireds 20 a day for the next month. Okay, that's 5 days a week. That's 100 a week. That's 400 people you'll call who had their home on the market and failed. You're going to get business. Did you do it? Well, no, I didn't do it. Your actions speak so loud, I can hardly hear what you're saying. You need to be a man or woman of personal integrity, personal action. And so that's why 13 months in, my revenue share hit $55,000 a month. How many of you could make your house payment or your car payments on $55,000 a month? That was 13 months. Now, if you'd have told me when I signed up, in 13 months, your revenue share will be $55,000 a month, I'd have been in my wildest dreams it would be $55,000 a month. You mean over $600,000-$700,000 a year just to put that in place my first year? Yep, but then it's going to double within 4 months, not a year, not 4 years. It'll double in 4 months. It'll be over $100,000 a month. I would have been like, no way. And yet that's exactly what happened, because where focus goes, energy flows, and your passion. And so who's coaching you? Sean Kokoschka does coaching. I recommend Sean. He's great. He used to be the president of MAPS coaching. GoGo has a boot camp. Dan Beer does coaching. Randy Bird does coaching. There's all kinds of, I'm pro any coach. I think you should try well, I tried Randy Bird, it didn't work. I tried Sean Kokoschka, it didn't work. I tried Jay Kinder or Dan Beer or Go. I did Go-Go's, but I've had people tell me that they didn't like it. Well, I went to Craig Proctor and I had people tell me they hated it. I went to Craig Proctor and went from 40 homes a year to 400. So it's okay if the coach isn't a fit for you, but don't throw them under the bus. Get a new coach. Try somebody different. Now, if you go through 4 or 5 coaches and they're all trying to think of a nice word. They're all not good. The problem may be with you, okay? Your 4 coaches are not crazy. Maybe look in the mirror and you go, I'm the crazy one. I'm the crazy one. So all I can tell you is you need to be at the Build conference. It comes up in a few weeks here, August 17th, 18th, 19th. If you've not heard of it, go to thebuildconference.com. We do this once a year. It is the biggest event in the history of eXp. The who's who of eXp is going to be there. It will likely sell out this week. It may sell out tonight. Get your ticket today. $397 is the only tickets left, right, Rob? That's it. The only tickets you can get. We had tickets at $1,000 a piece, and we had general admission at $199 and tickets at $597. They're all sold out. The only tickets you can get left are the silver tickets at $397. You need to be there. Glenn Sanford's going to be there, the founder of eXp. Michael Valdez is going to be there, the president of eXp Global. Dave Knord's going to be there, the president of eXp locally. The board of directors is everybody's going to be there. And so Jay Kinder and Jeff Willems and Cliff Freeman and the biggest stars, like the who's who, there'll be thousands and thousands and thousands. As someone like, what? Huh? I don't even know about this. I literally met someone last week, didn't know about it. And they were active at eXp. I just find it shocking. But it's called, someone type it in the chat bar if you didn't already, thebuildconference.com. Oh, let me see. I've just been notified. Look at that. There he is, my man, Tony Robbins. I should have looked in the screens when I came in. My staff, they're good. So there it is, the Build Conference right there. And is there, let me see if I can unlock my little head and look up. I don't even know how to remember this. Let me tilt my head up. There we go. So it's on the screen. There's no, how do they sign up? There's nothing on the screen. It tells them about it.
It's the website. They can scroll up and down and hit register.
On the screen with their mouse? Yeah. Really? Very cool. So it's in Dallas, Texas. Tony Robbins is our keynote speaker the third day. That was $350,000 for him to come in and give a 3-hour talk. So it is going to be flat out awesome. Just telling you right now, we have 60,000 plus agents. There are 152 of you in here. You are the creme de la creme. You're the ones who I want to do agent attraction. Every single one of you. You need to reschedule the camping trip. You need to, I'm getting married. Get married in Dallas. People do it all the time. You need to rethink your schedule for August. So you have our family cabin trip. Let's see, your future or this you cannot wait till next year. Though this is it. We're this is what you need to hear. What you need to hear to get you off the dime is taking place August 17th, 18th, and 19th. 3-day event. It goes from 2 to 6 every day. You're free every morning to relax. You can do some real estate, go swimming, play golf. We're at the Gaylord Resort. Check it out. Scroll down, read all about it. Can we click on one of these boards and make it live? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're already doing it. Yeah. Oh, that's my website on the right.
Mm-hmm.
So can we click on the build one and show it to them at all? Can we click on it?
They will have to do it.
They'll have to do it. Okay.
So you can, yes, but it won't show it to them.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so I have to go. My time is up this morning. I hope you found this useful. Go to the Build Conference. It's the most valuable thing I could tell you. There'll be speaker after speaker after speaker. They speak for 15 minutes. They're not like an hour after hour after hour. It's 2 to 6. Go out to dinner in the evening. The people you meet, what you're going to see will be life-changing. Again, you could go list 25 homes in the next 5 months or 25 agents who sell at least 10 homes a year with good energy. The results will be staggering, absolutely staggering. And it keeps doubling every 7 or 8 months is what I found. And that's been happening for a long time. So thanks for having me here today, you guys. Don't forget, we do this the first Monday of oh my gosh, there's an agent attraction survey. Be nice to me. I feel like an Uber driver. Give me 5 stars. Dear God, give me 5 stars. Anyways, so I may just rate myself. This guy was boring. His content was marginal. Take him off the screen. But I hit close. I'm like, how do I get rid of that? Okay, so I love you guys. Now that I know you're rating me, I love you. Did you notice that? I didn't say that until I knew you were rating. I love you. Mwah. I'm having fun. I need more coffee. All right, you guys. But the first Monday of every month we do this. Now Labor Day is coming up. Jordan, are you in the room? Are you here, Jordan Hill? Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, so the first Monday in September, is that like Labor Day weekend? What are we doing with that?
Oh, I will. Monday the 6th.
It looks like it's the 6th. Yeah, it's September 6th, the Monday. Labor Day weekend's that weekend. Is it possible to do it the 13th instead because of Labor Day weekend?
Of course. Anything for you.
Can we all make a decision here as grown adults? There's 131 left in the room. I lost 19 people. Do that. Let's go to September the 13th. Rob, let me check my schedule. I'm scrolling to September the 13th to make sure I'm not making a huge mistake. Rob's already on it. You see nothing. Okay.